inside my head. See voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog. We fighting above the law.
Hey guys. Hello again. Hey Mallory. Hey Kim. Nikki Two Bolts. Oh, I'm gonna have to slow chat down again. Holy shit, that just jumped. Can you slow chat for me? A little bit more, please. Sam, I am. Lucia. Kimkins. Alice. Hello. Hey Sky. Chaos Queen. Bunny. Lori. Detective Pikachu. Hey Dat-Set. Angie, have fun. Small town New York. Dolly's mom. We're gonna slow the chat down a little bit. Holy snakies, yeah. Hey JJ. Sorry guys, I'm missing a lot of you. It's literally it just jumped like another 20 comments. Iowa, hey Needle Chasing Thread. English Rose, Michelle, Lady Bray, 80 Sweet Thing. Hey Mama Checky, True Crime Loving. Blonde Becky, hey Courtney D. Oh, London, Ontario. My old stomping grounds. Hey Linda. Lori. Hey everyone. Hey our Honey C. Grand Dragon. Sonia. Pink Clouds. Our Crazy Life. Miss Mulla. I'll put in here, we did make a TikTok. Oh shoot. I did make a TikTok and hold up. How do I get that to share? I don't know how to do this. Copy link. Okay. Oh my gosh, it didn't kick me out when I did it. Okay. There we go. Ow! It does. Hey Trey. Hey Jay. All right, there's the TikTok. We just started it up today. My daughters are going to help us with that because I really don't even know. That's part of why I deleted it before. I don't even know how to friggin' do it. Hey, Tanya. I'm too old for TikTok, I feel like. I don't know. Thanks, Jay. Hey, Squids. Tots in charge. Hey, JG. Dolly's mom. Mississippi girl. Christy. All right, so we have slow mode on.
Yes.
So you're not blocked. What is it set to now, babe?
75 seconds.
75 seconds. What is that?
1 minute 15 seconds.
1 minute 15 seconds. Oh shit. Okay, so the calls you're gonna hear tonight are not new. I want to make that clear. I know some people are thinking because you're always in jail. And I set it up that way on purpose because I wanted to rattle some cages. This call is actually, Jayis4Justice is in here. Maybe she'll pop up later. I don't know. I'll have to plan something with her if she can't. But this call that happened was before everybody knew that. Hey, Doug, do you like our coffee cup? I'll have to send you one. What was I saying? Okay, so this was actually before the social medias had known about the whole mafia $50,000 stuff like that. So and then what had happened was we had all this. I reported to TBI, and then Don did get questioned about it because he called me. It was the very next day after reporting, or it was like something like 12 hours. It was less than a day. It was less than 24 hours. He called me and he said, "Did you report me, Cher? Did you report to TBI?" And I'm telling you that we said we saw his mask drop. You guys see, if you go back to my old interviews, which maybe we'll have to do some viewing parties live, so that we can go over my old interviews again. I have reposted them a couple weeks ago. But you see how he was acting so much different. He tried to hold on to that for a few months, right? So when this broke out with Dawn and everything, and then I did this recorded phone call, you're going to hear Mr. Cher and I are talking to other people. We have, okay, I'll try to do this nicely. The people who are Dawn and Candace's support group currently are people who were on this phone call. You won't hear them talking, but you will hear us talking to other people. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'm not going to say which team members, but there's two that were on this call. And when my husband was trying to say, no way, no, like he wasn't buying that someone would give Dawn Wells $50K in cocaine. These two people were all, oh yes, they would. Oh yes, I used to run for the cartel too. Oh yes, they would. So it was wild. Isn't that true? Yeah. You were the only one who was saying, no, I don't think so. The rest of us were like, oh no, this is doable. Like you don't like cartels here. You know, Mr. Cher always thinking so innocently, trying to see better in people, but he wasn't buying it, but everybody else was. So like I said, all along, these other people have actually been saying and have said multiple times that they are guilty. I'll leave it at that. I also want to say this calls I'm going to play. You are going to also hear some things from, I don't know why people follow these assholes, but the Predator Hunter Nation groups, you will actually hear them giving me death threats. You will actually see the time of this all starting is actually when I'm talking to Donald on the phone call that's recorded. We bring up Predator Hunter Nation, all of a sudden, boom. Like, how did they know, right? So it's weird. That's weird, but you'll see it all play out. You'll hear Tina Smurley and them actually giving me death threats and stuff, and we call 911, all that. Some of that I will have to block out. But you'll get the gist of things. I did not play this call. I was never planning. I actually thought this was deleted until like what time today? Like this morning, I think. This afternoon. I said, it's too bad you deleted that call. Maybe I should have played that for people because anything could be a puzzle piece at this point. And since he's been messing around on the computer, trying to get it to work until, well, he did order a new one, so it'll be like a week or two before it's here, but you know, he's been working on that computer trying to get it to work. And he said to me today, he was actually, I think I have that call or part of it. And I said, oh, I was like, no, I know what file you're talking about, and that's me calling TBI, because I recorded me calling TBI for the first time. But no, he was like, oh, look it. So it is this call. The way I talked to Candace, I am not proud of, you guys, but I don't like her. I see a lot of my mother in her, and so we've always butted heads, me and her. That's obvious. That's not been a secret. But I want you to focus more not on the things that I say to Candace. Well, some people are going to focus on that. I am going to not be well liked by many after this is aired. Part of why I kind of wanted it deleted. But I do think it's important to hear how I speak to Dawn's wife and what the reaction is of Dawn. Because things did start to change as soon as I spoke to Candace this way, is when I started hearing him. He was calling me to listen in on marital arguments between them. He was calling me so I would overhear him cussing her out like crazy. Like it's just crazy, everything that I've experienced while doing this. And I'm telling you, I feel the way I feel for a freaking reason. I didn't just listen to what other people say. I got close enough to make my own judgment call on what I think. And yeah, egg donor, exactly, Jay, exactly. So I do want to just say, trigger warning, you are going to hear me cuss the shit out of Candace. It's not something I'm proud of. This is, again, every day I'm trying to grow into a better human and do better at this, okay? So this was back in, I don't remember, August or July, end of July, beginning of August, I believe. So after TBI had this for, I think, about 48 hours, I got in contact with Jayis4Justice. That's no secret. Jayis4Justice was, I believe, the first channel to release the mafia information, and that's because I asked her to do that for me. I thought it was very important for all of you guys to hear that, because it was the first time large amounts of money and drugs and things was being discussed in, and so I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And so I did think it was important, but we did wait. We did give TBI time, and I knew, because like I said, within hours of me, less than 24 hours of me reporting that, TBI took Donald in and questioned him, because he called me and said, "You called TBI, I just got questioned for selling my daughter for drugs and blah blah blah." So who's the goose? Hey, Crystal. It's nothing that she hasn't done to me that's right, but it doesn't mean that I'm proud that I stooped to that level, if that makes sense. If I want to do this and have credibility to what I'm doing, I can't talk to people. I have to try and put, like, this case is very hard for me to put my personal feelings aside, because when I see Candace, hear Candace, I think my mother. When I see Summer, watch Summer, I guess I would almost call it PTSD of my past. So, is hard. And the people who think, oh, I'm just up Don's ass, I want Don, oh, I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to take that beating, because I'm willing to take that to try and get as close as possible, to try and see what we can uncover for Summer. I'm fine with being lashed. I mean, it does suck. It does hurt my feelings, yes. But if I have to pretend to be someone's best friend so I can try my best to help bring a little girl home, I'm going to do that. I don't care what y'all think of that person or what you think of me for doing that. It's definitely no easy task for me with how I was up. I wanted to jump through my phone every single conversation I had with these people. I want to see them pay. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so it was definitely not easy conversating with them, because I see my past. Let me check chat here. I'll get to the calls here in just a couple minutes. Candace never pleaded for her safe return, period. Nope. And you'll notice anytime that, thank you, Amazing Grace, you rock too. You'll notice that anytime Dawn it's been after you hear us pressure, well, Dawn, do you want to make a plea for your daughter? Like, we shouldn't have to ask the man to do that. Or he can't even do that, so he has other people writing the statements and wording it for him. That's really effed up to me, you guys. Thank you, Sissy. But you know what? We all have a story. But I've done my best to try to use it to do better. Like I always told myself, if I can help one more human in life, or if they can know, like, this is normal, you will be okay. You don't have to be in prison for the rest of your life too. You don't have to be an abuser too. You don't have to kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because people who are born into that, I know exactly what they've lived. When you're born into that, you just think it's normal. And like I said, I had my therapist tell me that for me to not be in prison for the rest of my life or 6 feet under, she said this several years ago, so even to this day, I'm sure it would even shock her even more, that's breaking the cycle for what I've been through of the abuse. That's breaking the cycle. I want to use my shitty past to help others, and that's when you choose to be just like Dawn's sisters, stepsisters, Mary, Jeannie, and everyone else who is claiming to be a victim, or I'll say allegedly, just so I'm playing devil's advocate or whatever. But anyone, it's always been my belief. You guys say, some people say, I support SA. I don't, or I don't believe you've been through SA. You wouldn't support that. I had to pretend like it's no big deal. And also, I have different views on things, but when someone says that they are a victim, I do always believe them. You have to believe them. You can't, oh, I don't believe you. No, I always believe them, but the situation I was in, I had to kind of act like it was no big deal. And I'm telling you, that killed me every single time. But I couldn't act like that. I mean, it's up to me how I act. I realize that, but you know what I mean. Dawn, Candace, and Grannis are all worthless. I don't care what anyone says. They're all good. So if you guys are ready, buckle up in your non-seatbelt seats. We're gonna hear me being totally disrespectful, and I'm seriously, I'm not proud of it. I don't want to stoop to people's lows like I done in the past. But remember, this is, I believe, from August, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Hope Forever. Thank you for that. Are we ready to pull up those videos, babe? I'm like nervous. I'm nervous. Hey, Susan. Hey, Brandy. A lot of you would, right? A lot of you would do the same. Hey, the algorithm. Yeah. Oh my gosh, is he letting you clip his nails?
Not really.
A little?
Almost all of them.
My seatbelt's broke. Let's go. Mine's always broke too. Hey, fine. Yeah, it's really hard to try and keep it together with these people. But again, I think that the takeaway from it, and the takeaway from it for me was, whoa, look how he allowed me to speak to his wife when that would not fly with me. He wouldn't let that fly if anyone talked to me. Anyone talked to me the way I spoke with Candace. Yes, you'll hear it. I mean, yes, it was definitely, she got a reaction from me to her actions, but it doesn't make it okay. Like, it still means I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. I seriously don't even want to show you guys, but you can. Thank you. Oh, an evil enter. Thank you. Okay, we're pulling up. We're pulling. Whoa, wait, no, never mind. I don't want to show the video. I just want them to hear it. Okay, hold on, guys. You can do. All right, give us 1 moment. Have feedback? No? Okay.
Well, you want to put that by the speaker.
Speaker. So I'm not going to show the video of this because I'm not going to show the other people that were on the video call, and also I look horrid. And people will chop that around, show it around, and I'm sick of it. So no, I'm not going to show it. Okay. You can tell I'm totally stressed. I have all my broken teeth still. You know, I'm just like freaking, like I'm freaking out. Okay. All right, hold up. Okay. Okay. I'll let you see just my face in this. You can see I'm fucking crying after hearing this. I'm like shaking. My anxiety is through the roof. You can see. Can you see my face in that? Can you see me? I'm just like, what the fuck did we all just hear? What is happening? Where is Summer? Like, what? Like, I am in shock. And when this came out, I'm like, okay, we have to record this. This has to go to TBI. So this is you want me, oh, you told him on the phone call, it's just us, just us. This was the first time I reported to TBI. particular look. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now. You guys don't mind, but I will in a little bit. Okay, so this is why I set this up after we had this conversation. I was like, we have to get this to TBI. We need to record. We need to get him on the phone and record what we can and get some questions in on this situation with this $50,000 cartel and everything. Okay. So what had happened was, a quick backstory is he had texted this woman named Sissy, who I know her real name. It does get said somewhere in here. Some of y'all probably actually know it. Anyways, he was having some affair with Sissy. We all know that by now. And he had actually said this to her, who then got in touch with me and was telling me and the current people supporting him, oh my God, he told me this, da, 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 da. And we asked him, like, did you really say this? And he was like, yeah, I fucked up. I was like, we need to have a phone call. So listen to the words carefully. Please do not, whatever. I'm going to get bashed for the way I talk to Candace, but here we go. I'm nervous about that.
Recording.
Let me know if you can hear it okay.
Okay, you're good to go.
No, you're not. No, you're not. This is the I'm talking about. Can you guys hear okay?
I don't know why I just went on YouTube. Okay.
It's pretty. Doing a good thing.
So I'm in tears right now, crying, freaking out.
Is the mic, is the camera on?
Yep, it's recording.
Oh, shit. Okay. Wait, I can hear all of them though.
Yeah, mute yourselves, guys.
Or mute, whoever it is. If you turn that down, can they hear?
They can hear.
Okay, I turned it up a little and it's muffled a little. Okay, so basically I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm asking, can the other two people who are currently their support system, whatever you want to call them, management team, I'm asking, can they hear me? Like he's helping me. I'm freaking out, crying, my anxieties. So he's just helping me get the camera, the recording before I make the call to Don. And Don's right, because I'm like, Don, I have to have a phone call with you. Like, this is huge. This is about to be all over the internet. Like, this is bad. And he's like, okay.
Well,
Hey.
hi.
Okay, so really quick while I'm alone, because Mark went to go get cigarettes.
Yeah.
There's something in those text messages that have me a little concerned.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, you had said you were messing around and playing along with a game that you knew, like you thought she was playing or whatever.
Yeah, because at first I thought she was, all these people call. I had thousands of people calling me freaking constantly, just screwing with me and trying to get information out of me, like they knew I was guilty of stuff, So I was just in one of the moods that night, and I was just screwing around with her, and then I was like, really? You really believe I would do that to my daughter? I was like, wow, something like that. But I talking to her for a long time because I thought she was like really being my friend and stuff. And then she was just kept trying to get information like I would really do something like that. And it just kind of freaked me out,
Mm. Okay, but you trust me, right? You trust me, right? You and I, we got some trust going on?
Yeah.
You would tell me anything no matter what?
Well, I have. I've told everything.
That's what I feel like too. But okay, so what I want to ask you is, it was talked about from that girl. I can't even remember her name right now. But anyways, it came up. Okay.
She's an old woman. She's freaking she's a busybody. I can't believe she's actually going out there, just like the rest of the damn world is going there. I can't believe it.
Okay, well, before hubby gets home, I just wanted to ask you something quick, okay?
You know,
And you can trust me, but one of the text messages said that something about a breakdown of like you took $50,000 or something, and possibly you owe money.
No, man, I was just screwing with her, man. That's what I was trying to. I was just screwing with her.
Well, I wanted to call you privately though and tell you, like, our team, like, if that's true, hopefully by now you can trust us and we could help you, because it was something like, I think she mentioned like $20,000. We could pretend to like raise money for a lawyer or something. Like if we had to only come up with $20K to get your daughter home without no one knowing, and your daughter comes home safe, we want to help you.
No, man, I told you, I was so tired of everybody asking me questions, and I'd be like trying to be their friends and stuff. And then next thing you know, they'd be asking me, did you do this or did you do that? And I'm telling you, man, I've been up for days worrying about my daughter. I was just flipping out, you know, and I was just freaking telling people all kind of crazy bullshit. And I was just screwing with her.
Hmm.
You know, but she didn't take it as a joke, you know, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, see, you felt like you were being played, so you just went along with what she was saying.
No, she acted like she was a friend, and she kept acting like, I feel so lonely, nobody loves me, and so I try to bring her up. You have to look at all the text messages to understand all of it.
Mm.
You're only seeing a small portion of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you gotta read it all to understand the whole thing with her.
Yeah.
She's freaking senile and everything else, but I mean.
Well, I wanted to make sure if that part was true.
Sure. Check this out. If I owed somebody $20,000 to get my damn daughter back, don't you think I would have went to the police if that's all it took to get my damn daughter back? Seriously?
I was thinking that.
You know what I'm saying? Seriously?
Yeah.
Are you real? Like, wow. Okay, do you understand how I got upset and told her these things? You know, I was pissed. I was upset. I've been upset. I've been up for days. I was up till 2 o'clock that morning when I was talking to her. I think, if I remember right, because I was up here all by myself, and I was just stressed out, and I was just, freaking bad state of mind, and I was just tired of everybody fucking with me and people believing this bullshit and people trying to fucking get information out of me constantly when I told them the truth from the beginning. I've been telling the truth all along. That's why I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why the fuck nobody fucking believe me, man? I don't get it. Nobody fucking believes me. I fucking tell them the truth 100 fucking times, and nobody fucking ever believes me. They read every fucking thing else into every fucking thing. Well, why can't they just believe the plain fucking truth? I don't understand that.
Well, I suppose there's a $50,000 reward fund they could have used then to pay them off, right?
I fuck with one dumb fucking old ass fucking bitch, and the fucking gets all over the internet. I don't get it. I don't understand people. I don't fucking get it.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but I never heard you cuss like this before.
I've told the truth from the beginning. My story hasn't changed. I was just fucking with this dumb bitch. And then I wouldn't even talk to her for a long time, wouldn't answer her questions. And then she fucking comes to me this other night, I'm about ready to kill myself or something like that. She just knows, like, if you look at the text, I try to get her involved in church and other stuff, and don't worry and stuff. I borrow her some money if she's that down and out or whatever. Don't go freaking out. But that time when I told her something about that $50,000, man, I was just fucking with her because I thought she was fucking with me.
Right.
That's all it was.
Okay, but why would you offer her any money though?
Well, because she said she was hurting and didn't have no money or this and that. I don't know. I was fucking about half drunk. I was like, it was like 2 a.m. I was up here. I mean, I've been so fucking stressed and down and out. And man, at that time, I'm still hurting for my daughter. Bad. I'm in shock still, but not as bad as I was that night. that night, it was bad. And I just had enough of everything. Like I said, I had thousands of people calling me every freaking night, texting and Facebook, all that crap constantly.
Yeah.
Just at the end of my fucking rope, and I was just so fed up. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said shit to nobody, but I did because I was just tired of people fucking with me. So I just said that.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you because you did confide in me about the cocaine in the.
Yeah, TBI knows about my cocaine problem. I told them about that.
Yeah.
I've had a cocaine problem. Everybody in the world knows that. I mean, okay, that's not news to TBI. They know all about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been completely honest with TBI.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know, if anybody has a question, I'd really like to know a dope dealer dumb enough to loan you $50,000. Seriously?
Was she saying it was a cartel that you owed? You took it on the cartel.
Okay, well, I'd like to know somebody in the cartel that's dumb enough to loan me $50,000. They wouldn't see my house again. No, man, nobody's going to be dumb enough to do that. That's so fucking stupid. Who in the fuck would do that? Seriously.
Yeah.
Nobody in this world would loan somebody $50,000. That is ludicrous. Number one. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life, and that's why I said it. Because it's stupid. Who the fuck would believe that?
Yeah.
Now it's all internet and every fucking thing else. It's the stupidest shit I've ever fucking... Who the fuck would believe? I don't get that.
Now you know why I warn you not to talk to anyone.
Well, I know. Now it's getting all blown out of proportion and shit. It should be fucking fun.
Fuck you, Candace.
Who the fuck is that?
That's Cher. Who are you talking to?
Oh, she gonna tell me to fuck her? Then fuck her.
I thought that's who she was talking to, so fuck. Usually, who she's talking to is me.
Yeah, you fucking piece of shit, motherfucking hoe.
Uh-huh. You'd know.
Yeah, you would. Oh, fuck her. She's gonna call me a fucking hoe. Fuck you and her
What are you
mouth.
talking about?
I thought you called me one, Candace. You literally just shouted it in the background. Are you drinking again?
Fuck you, I ain't drink shit.
What are you talking about?
Calm down, girl. Calm down. I've been helping you. I thought that you called me a bitch, so I said it
No,
back.
I didn't call you a bitch at all, Sarah.
That's what it sounded like, Candace. And after you called me a faggot bitch like a week ago, yeah, I thought you were calling it to me. And it's done nothing but, even though you treated me like shit.
This is a bitch ass.
Who's?
She's talking about Sissy.
Sissy?
Yeah, it's a girl that's been...
I tried to call her and talk to her, and she's like, you fucking hoe, you little bitch.
Oh, she called you that. Oh, my bad, Candace. I'm sorry.
I wasn't talking about you, Sarah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Candace. I'm sorry.
Calm down.
Candace. Can she hear me?
Yeah,
Forgive me because I made the mistake because of our rocky little, discussion.
I wasn't calling you, Sarah, at all.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that's just ludicrous, Cher. That is so ludicrous because I told that dumb fucking old bitch that bullshit. And then she's going to act like I'm all serious and I meant it and whatever. That's crazy, man. I can't believe people are doing that.
I didn't even know you were on the phone with her.
No, Candace, I'm sorry. It was a misunderstanding.
Just calm down.
I'm tired of fighting with everybody.
I'm tired of fighting with everybody all the time day long. It's freaking crazy. I can't work. I can't do shit. Can't fucking even concentrate on my daughter, man.
I'm sorry that I have to ask you guys these hard questions. It's just that
It's just, honestly, Cher, it's just so stupid. It's the stupid.
I know it does sound stupid because then, but I just had to ask. But if it was a thing, I wanted to offer you help on the low.
Just fucking with that dumb old bitch. Fuck her too. Now she won't even answer my calls now. Fuck her, man.
Oh.
I was just really honestly trying to be a friend.
Goddamn wanna be fucking busy.
I was
Who is
trying.
Sissy? Is she like a friend in real life or on like
She's
Facebook?
been-
Want to be friends?
She has just been helping me all along, trying to support me and stuff like that. That's all it was.
Yeah, I tried to call and talk to her, and she's like, "Oh, listen, you were Candace or Dawn."
What?
Well, how did you put it in a misunderstanding or something? Calm down.
I explained it to her.
Okay, well, let's figure that out in a minute. Right now, we got another issue going on with some other bitch. Right? But yeah, what was her name? Denise Mitchell. She's just a busybody. I was just trying to fuck with her head. Fuck her. I'm telling you, I don't owe anybody money. I got money in the bank. I got a full-time
Just
job.
my ass body to bed.
Just hang on. I don't fucking owe anybody money. I don't borrow money from nobody.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Maybe.
Literally stop.
Yeah, Candace, I am sorry, but you guys, this stuff, I don't know.
I wasn't yelling at you, Cher.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were because we don't usually get along. So I just heard you in the background call me whatever, or what I thought you were calling to me anyway.
I
So,
was calling nothing.
hey, Candace, be careful with Don Keller. I'm not kidding. Please.
It's just, man, people
Well,
are
she's
just,
always been my friend from day one. I'm not gonna freaking.
No, I know, and that's okay. But I just want to tell you, just be careful is all.
Okay.
Okay, so no, I have to ask you these questions though, because it's some, obviously who knows where this is all out at. So I wanted to, so I can get ahead of it for you, but I also wanted to, if there was something, you know, that.
It's just a freaking old video I was fucking with. You know, I thought she was really trying to be a friend, and then when I found out she was trying to just hit me up for information, that's when I made up that ludicrous bullshit. So and I thought it was funny at the time, okay?
Yeah.
But it ain't so funny now or whatever, but it's just, man, I was just fucking with her head.
I wasn't yelling at Cher.
I know, Candace, I know.
I'm sorry to think that was.
I'm sorry too. I love you, Candace. I give you a big hug.
She loves you too, she said.
Aw.
It's just, man.
Wait, Candace, will you come on my podcast?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'm just kidding. I already know. She doesn't love me that much yet.
No, it's just freaking.
You're not going on no podcast.
That's smart. It's smart. No, don't be sorry. It's smart, but
I can't believe people have suspicious minds like that and actually believe
I
this
love
stuff.
you too, Cher, but I'm not going on no podcast.
that's fair enough, Candace. I think that's kind of smart. Okay, now the other thing they think is that's one of the reasons that apparently someone was saying that's why maybe your boys were took because they were worried the cartel was going to come.
No.
Okay.
I called them. I'm not supposed to talk about that anyway.
It's just us.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, just us. Okay, but now, one other question that's going to come up because everyone knows that Subaru is brand new. They're going to say, where did he get it from? How did he buy that?
Just like you got, like your husband said before, you get a bank loan and you pay payments on it. It's that simple.
Okay.
It's nothing special, just like your husband said in that video.
Yeah.
It's nothing special. It's just a Subaru.
Right.
Payments. Try to pay payments anyway.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well now will you listen and be careful who you talk to, please, even if they're little old ladies?
Yep. I won't talk to her no more. I can't believe this. You know, I was just so hurting that night up here by myself, you know, and all these people constantly, my phone, ding, 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 all these friend requests, but all they wanted to do was try to set me up and everything else and all this stuff. And I was just so sick of it that night. And, you know, and
yeah.
When she started asking questions, she was acting like she was my best friend. Then she started asking questions and stuff. So I freaking laid that bullshit down there, you know, because I was mad. You know, does that make sense? I mean, then I wouldn't even talk to her for a long time after that. She kept bothering me. And then she says, I'm just going to kill myself. I'm fed up with the world. I'll send you all the texts and you can kind of see what happened. You know, but I can't believe it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Some people are like, they're just, they read into shit that ain't there and whatever. I don't know. That's crazy. It's the absolutely craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
What do you feel about these predator hunter people then? With what I've told you about them, do you think that possibly we're onto something and they are involved?
Possibly. Yeah, that guy, it seems like it could be very possible. He sneaks around the damn woods and everything else. So yeah, it's possible after how y'all exposing him and everything else. Yeah, he's a freaking weirdo.
Okay. All right. So, right when that came up, my phone started beeping with the death threats. I want to bring up, he said that night when he had this conversation with Sissy, that he was by himself that night. He was up there all alone that night. So at that time, I think the boys were gone. So I don't know where Candace was or where he was at alone, but we've heard Dudley, his co-worker, say that he would sleep at the houses he was working at. So I don't know, some of it aligned. And yeah, I'm not impressed again with how I spoke with her, because again, it doesn't matter if she came at me, I have to do better than that. But that's kind of how our conversations always went. Imagine this guy calling someone a weirdo, right? Now, I wasn't really paying attention to chat. I'm sorry, because of how I had my phone up on the speaker. Hey, Emma. Donald got naked in those DMs. That's what I heard. I know there was some kind of weirdness where Sissy actually wanted me to lead Dawn on in that way as well, and I wasn't going for it. Actually, the exact conversation was between Sissy, whoever that may be. I'm not going to say who it is. Y'all can figure it out. You already been trying to figure it out, but I mean, he said freaking name, so it's not that hard to fucking put it all together, right? So, yeah, anyway, Sissy and both Benny Keys had wanted me. They were like, oh, there's something about like Dawn and like how he sees you or whatever. Like, you know, you could have him if you just sent him like, yeah, I know what they wanted me to do. And I was like, no, like what? And yeah, it was just weird. Hey, Whispering Willow. Sissy is PG. That's what people say. I'm neither going to confirm or deny. That's what people say. At times, Cotton Candy Boobs, at times she seems to only care about the boys, but a lot of times I don't get the feeling she actually cares about even them. And it's just to make sure I did watch that video. Sure did watch that video of Criminal Gasper I told you about. No, I did not watch that yet. Right, Stacy. Well, we know it's full of shit. We keep getting told, well, yeah, we keep getting told all these different things, don't we? So there's another part of that, but he does start talking about the Ernie and them, and I'm actually getting death threats during the call. And we will also get into him and Prayer Garden sending money back and forth. I can't remember if that was already said. No, I think we get into that. Just give me a moment here. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm not able to see chat when I do this, guys. So after the call plays, this one's like a 10-minute one. I think I have to fast forward some in here. I'm not sure. We'll just connect to chat in between each clip, so I'll look at the chat.
Okay. I don't even know what. So if I wake up in the morning and this is all out there, I guess we can touch base in the morning, but where should I go? Like, what do you guys want to think of? Do you want a statement that you want me to put up like tomorrow? Should I put something up tonight, or what do you want me to do?
Big ass laugh, man. Just laugh. That's just a laugh. I mean, I don't know. Okay. What can you say?
Yeah.
I was just with her because she was fucking with me. I put that out there to fuck with her. And, you know, take it how you want, because people are going to take it how they want it anyway.
Have you seen Cam and Allie, mine and Benny's friend, and their YouTube channel yet? I think Cracking Cases. I've sent you a couple things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I was watching Benny a little bit earlier, making fun of that guy.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
I know you love Benny, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I apologize that I have to ask you guys this, but you know, I'm glad that someone was trying to call in, but
well, at least you come out and ask me instead of you know, like half these people's whatever, you know. But at least you asked me.
What did you think about the video that Cracking Cases Cam and his wife did with exposing Dobbs?
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah,
I wish we could find our kid. But that guy from Predator Hunter, man, he ain't doing nothing but causing a freaking scene. He ain't doing nothing.
You don't even know the half of it yet, because I have kept a lot from you with that freak. But he has been nonstop threatening me. Just about an hour ago, he said he was calling me a bitch, and he said he'll take unlegal actions to hurt me, and violence runs in his hand. Like, just a bunch of shit. All because I asked you not to do that interview.
Well, that's terroristic threatening, and that's a felony.
Yeah. And guess what? He also stormed the Capitol, I guess, for that he's a part of that.
Yeah. I don't know, but
you guys piecing this together now, and then shortly after we released this to Jayis4Justice to get it out, after we gave it to TVI, of course. And then, yeah, you seen that's when the call to Mary and them came shortly after that. And then remember what we heard Candace say in that call. She was crying something, storm the Capitol. It's because this conversation just happened prior to all that happening.
The threatening part is a felony.
Oh, yeah.
And all of the beep, 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 beep in is Ernie and Tina giving me death threats, and the Predator Hunter Nations giving myself and my husband death threats as soon as I brought them up with Don Walls on a call.
You could be charged with that, with just the information you have on your phone. Yeah, I was just screwing with that freaking old lady, man. She was just like the rest of them six out there, trying to act like they're her best friend and everything, and then freaking stab you in her back. She's just like the rest of them, except for she's an older one. She played like she was hurting for money that one time, and then she played like she just ain't got no use for this world no more. And I was just trying to cheer her until I seen she started asking dumb questions, so I give her some dumb answers, and that's all it is.
Okay.
And honestly, seriously, there is no freaking Mexican mafia dumb enough to loan $50,000 out or drug dealer or anything else. That is not going to happen.
Right. Oh. Well, and like you said, if it was like $20K you owed, well, there's at least $1,000 in the reward fund, right?
Well, right. And if that was the case, and if I knew where my daughter was, I'd go straight to TBI and say, you know what? I fucked up. I did this and I did that. Will you please help me? If I knew where my daughter was, I'd be there right now, knocking on TBI's door. Please help me. I fucked up. Yeah. I would have done that a long time ago. I'd do anything to get my daughter back. But unfortunately, some sicko abducted her. Like I said from the beginning, you know, my story ain't going to change because I told the truth from the beginning. I'm going to stick with the truth.
Can I ask you something really quick? Were you getting any threatening calls or text messages from anyone, even people that you don't know, prior to Summer disappearing?
Oh, prior.
Like people telling you, like maybe like a couple weeks, did anyone even come up to you guys in public at all or anything? Or even just tell you privately, you guys are unfit parents, you don't deserve your children, anything like that? Because that's what the predator hunters do.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
The only thing that seemed out of line for us was that all the vehicles parked down on Ben Hill Road when that property was for sale. And I just attributed to that as people, but we never did see any people. We just seen cars parked.
Any like white vans or U-Haul vans or anything like that? One of those white, like Ford Excursions with the whited out windows or anything?
I don't remember. I don't remember what vehicles were down there exactly.
Any U-Haul vans or anything that you noticed around the time? Any U-Haul vans around your Ben Hill Road around the time Summer went missing?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, there was a bunch of cars parked down there, though, and I just thought they was looking at that property.
Yeah.
No idea. And I told TBI that to see if they could check the real estate office or something like that.
Okay. Okay, hubby just got home. I'm gonna go fill him in on everything, and let him know because he doesn't even really know everything going on. So I'm gonna tell him because obviously he's probably gonna start getting blown up if anyone puts this out.
He's just a dumbass old bitch, man. This nosy ass dumbass old bitch. I was just fucking with her, man. But honestly, I just had enough that night. I've had enough for a long time, but I did the wrong thing. I shouldn't have done that. I get that, but there's no truth in it whatsoever. I was just fucking with her.
Yeah.
Because she was trying to fuck with me.
All right.
Really, at that time that she was going to flip out and send it to podcast or this and that or whatever, but that's why, in the text, I say, wow, really? Really? You're going to go there? Is what I was thinking in my mind. So I remember now.
Mm.
And then she'd say another question. I'd be like, seriously? Because it was flipping me out. I just couldn't believe it. But I can send you the whole damn thing, the whole.
Yeah, send me everything. So that way, if this is a huge thing in the next couple hours or even in the morning when I wake up, I can try and do something. But I do appreciate you trusting me and
Yeah, it ain't nothing. It ain't. It's just getting blown out of proportion, like big time. I mean, it ain't nothing. It really ain't. There's nothing there.
Yeah, fuck. I'm sorry, you guys.
Not their fault. It's freaking all these suspicious minds and freaking keyboard detectives and whatever. They're freaking nuts.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm going to get to work with the team and see what we can do to make sure all of our ducks are in a row. We got this. Go tell Candace I'm sorry again. Go give her a big hug for me.
Oh, she knows. She's right there.
Okay.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right. Yeah, hopefully.
Bye-bye.
I said hopefully, because I was like, he's about to get arrested after TBI gets this, right? Yeah. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's really cool.
When they call again, you can check on AB's channel when you are threatening him and Chris outright. Also, don't believe you are a victim of SA. You know why? I'm a survivor for you. Oh, okay.
I don't know who was calling the sheriff like 10 times in a row. Could you guys hear me okay?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear it.
You're already reported, my friends. Keep it up.
We're coming for you. We're not far. We're in Canada. No,
Thank you.
Native women, right?
Hey, babe. Just so you know, it's my phone.
That's regular information for you folks. What's your
Hey, babe.
Canada. We're not far for you.
Keep it up.
We're coming for you. We're not far. We're in Canada. No,
Thank you.
Native women, right?
Hey, babe. Just so you know, it's my phone blowing up, and they said that they're coming to get me and that they're in Canada. So we need to call the police now and need them all to do everything that was documented. No animals died. You're an idiot. No, it's not, because it was my sister.
No, the different.
No, it was my sister. Find my sister.
Get out of Canada.
No. I was born here. I was born here, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm literally recording this right now. You actually just caught me while I was recording on camera.
Yeah, she laughs like a troll too. Sick bitch. This is part of Hunter Nation, folks. You trust your kids with them? Pumpkins. There's a little bit more here. I have to blur some out because it has some people's names and addresses, and I don't dox people. But we're continuing to get death threats. And it was happening throughout the call, as you heard with Don. There's also part of the call that is missing because this was like an hour-long call with Don. And Mr. Cher, as you heard him go off on the other phone, that's because we had two other people on a non-live StreamYard recording, and it's his current team. The current team was trying to convince my husband that yes, absolutely, the cartel would give 50 grand to someone like Don. My husband was the only one out of all three of us saying, I don't think, like, you'd have to be pretty dumb. You would kind of know you weren't getting your daughter back. And we all were saying that's not true. Like you're thinking too innocently. And that's not how it works, right?
Yep. Yeah, I didn't think anybody would loan Don
His
50
current
grand.
besties right now, right? We're all like trying to convince you otherwise and that you were thinking too innocently of Don.
Yep, Cam and Benny.
Cam and Benny. There you go, from Mr. Cher.
I mean,
So,
people flip flop, but yeah.
but did they flip flop? Because right before heels on the ground or whatever you want to call them got there, and he did that, don't you dare. And he did that. He texted you not long before that and said, I think they're guilty.
Yeah.
Right? Within 2 weeks, wasn't it, of that production on Ben Hill Road with heels on the ground in Benny? It was very not too
It was
long.
just before that.
It was just before that, right? So did they really change their mind? That's up to you guys to decide. I know exactly what's going on, but I can't force anyone to see the bigger picture. That is what it is. So we're continuously to get death threats. We're calling 911.
911, where is your emergency?
Unit 3.
Okay. I was trying to mute it. It didn't work.
Okay, so that is unit.
On.
1250 on it. And what is the phone number you're calling from?
304.
Do you need the police, fire, or ambulance there?
I don't think we need anyone here, but my fiance is receiving several death threats.
Okay. I'll just put you through to police to report it, okay? Just be
Okay.
on the line. ESTEVAN Police Service, how can I help you?
Hi, I need to report someone is threatening my fiance. She's getting several calls, back-to-back death threats.
Yeah.
Okay, can I speak to your fiance?
Yeah, she's right here.
Hello.
Not a hell of a lot of wait next to together. Mute someone.
Well, I'm muting out, yeah. We're just muting out names of people and addresses. He just told you.
Yeah, it's number 3.
Oh, sorry.
So number 3.
651.
Over that 65. Your date.
11.
What am I doing? I don't know. That's Sissy, Jay.
I don't know who it is. So there's some. I don't even know how to explain it. I work in like a true crime genre. I'm a YouTuber, and in the one case that we are working on, there's this group called Predator Hunter Nation. There's a bunch of them. There's some stuff going on. Anyways, they got mad at me because I stopped an interview with them. They wanted to interview the family that I am helping, whose daughter is missing. But I asked the father to please not take that interview because, well, anybody with common sense would tell them not to take an interview with people who are live streaming and incriminating the person that you want to go interview, right? So, duh. Anyway, they've been mad at me ever since then, so they've been going back and forth with me for a few days now. I have text message threats from the people, and now tonight they've started calling me like literally every minute. Oh, actually, they're calling me right now. I'll put it on speaker so you can hear what they're saying. Yes, hi Lisa. Your name came up the last time you called.
So that's good.
Yeah. You want to threaten me more?
Sure.
Okay, what do you have to say? Oh, see, so they keep calling me. So the first call was saying that they're coming for me, bitch. We are in Canada. And then they told me I should live in fear and fear my life. 2 times she said that. Oh, she's calling back again. Hold on. Hi, Lisa. What do you want to say, Lisa? Yeah, so it keeps happening. It just shows up wireless caller, but one time the name did pop up and it says Lisa.
So it's actually Tina Smurley or whatever.
Yeah, GRA. Oh,
Okay, so Golf Romeo Alpha.
Lisa's just a alias or someone's phone that the predator hunters Tina used to threaten me from one of their friends. Something.
Give her
Okay,
the
and
number.
is she related to any of these interviews that you're doing?
I think she is a part of obviously the Predator Hunter Nation people who have been threatening me for a couple days now. And it's worrisome because he had actually said that he isn't afraid to use unlawful ways. And then he also said that he isn't afraid of violence because violence runs in his family. And it's kind of scary because he was like, his brother is in prison for murder, and he was actually, this person who runs and is CEO of the group was actually questioned in it, and they were actually like there was saying he wasn't charged, but he was questioned and asked for DNA, which he wouldn't give. So there's rumors like maybe he was involved. But anyways, his brother went to prison, not him. So his brother's in prison for murder. And he literally told me he would use violence and that it runs in his family. So what am I supposed to think about that when there's murder in his family?
So what is his name?
His name is Ernie Shells, or Ernie Shell.
Kernie, and how do I spell the last name?
Shell.
Okay, and where is he from?
Hi, Lisa. What can I do for you, Lisa? Oh, she just hung up again. Okay. I'm not sure where exactly he is. I think he's somewhere. I don't know where he is located right now, but it's like in different countries. It's crazy.
Do you believe he's in the U.S. or Canada?
I believe right now that he is personally in the U.S., somewhere like in Tennessee or around Tennessee or something like that. Or like I heard something about an Indian res in like North Carolina or something like that. But he's somewhere around there. But he's got friends like that are in Canada, and that's the number that's popping up. That's been calling me and actually threatening me, saying to fear my life.
So what, like, is it the same number that this Lisa is calling from?
Lisa has been the one calling me nonstop tonight, but
Which is Tina.
come after me, and now all of a sudden there's the same. Oh, there's actually been a couple.
Okay, so it just goes on, and then they tell us to come to the station. So we end it and we go to the station. So Ernie's bullshit that we drove by the police station to take a picture to try and pretend we reported them. We didn't. We didn't just pretend, like it was very, very serious. And then the entire time at the sheriff's office, in front of sheriffs, Tina and Ernie were calling me. They actually told me to continue living in fear. They are going to get me. No one's going to ever miss me because I'm an animal torturer. And so no one will ever miss me when I'm gone and shit like that. So it was very serious. And they were saying that on speakerphone in front of sheriffs. So it was wild. This is the people you want to try and protect your children. Get fucking real. You guys really have to vet who you're listening to and following on cases. Now, since we're talking about predator information, let's actually go through some facts here, and I'll put up some videos, not of Ernie, but I'm gonna put up videos of Shelby Shell's court hearings and recordings, and you're going to see that the person his brother Shelby is in prison for killing. I believe he was tied up and shot, and he was raped and set on fire. Ernest Shell was absolutely questioned in that the people did believe that Shelby had somebody with him. And here's the thing, this can be proven. Just Google them. Google the court. Google Shelby Shell. The court hearings are on the news and stuff. The video is up there. You will see there was semen in this person. I think he was a governor or something. He was a senator or something like that. And anyways, there was semen in the exact words being used as anal cavity and in his mouth. Now, Shelby Shell was a match for the semen in the mouth. Shelby Shell was not a match for the semen in the anal cavity. That's facts. People, look it up, Google it. I'm not lying to you. That is facts. Guess who denied taking the DNA for the semen in the anal cavity? Mr. Ernest Shell. Yes. This is just, yeah, oh my God, right here, actually, hold up. I can play it for you. I'll get a copyright claim, I'm sure, from the news source. But fuck it. Let's take it. Do you want to hear a news clip? Do you want to hear this? Do you want it like, I'll give you the proof. Let me give the proof so that he can't go run around and be, oh my God, they can do me. me? Let me give you the proof here. If I only knew how to work my husband's computer. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Look this up. We're gonna do this right now. I'm gonna play this shit for you. Why wouldn't the DNA test court ordered? Well, I guess he would have had. Oh, why? Shelby Shaw just confessed. There was some kind of plea deal, so he just confessed to it. So they had someone in prison already. He denied the whatever, so that's what it is. That's how it worked. He ended up taking a plea deal and just confessing to it all. But he was not a match for the semen in the anal cavity. Ernest Shell, Shelby Shell's brother, the CEO of Predator Hunter Nations, denied taking the DNA test for the semen in the anal cavity. And I have text message screenshotted. I will post that within the next 24 hours where I straight up asked him, why'd you deny that? He kept saying, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Sure. And then I asked him one time, so can I ask you a question, Ernie? Can I ask you a question? Oh, sure, what? I said, why'd you deny that DNA test? And he was like, I have my rights or whatever, and you shouldn't be talking to anybody about murder with the dad you have. That's what he said. That was his response to me on text message for that. Does that sound like an innocent person to you? Yeah, I allegedly, in my opinion, and all that shit. That can be proven. It's screenshotted. He literally, that was his comeback, is I have my rights and you shouldn't be one to talking with the daddy you have. He said serial killer daddy, actually. So, careful who you're following. Michelle Ronnie King. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, Dr. Phil. All right, give me a minute. Let me find the one here. Babe, can you bring the charger? I don't know. Can we actually pull this up? I'll see if hubby can actually pull this up for you. It'll be better. Babe, do you want to see? Can you just pull this video up on the screen somehow? Because it's already kind of blurry. It's just a 2-minute clip here, but you get the idea. There's more. You guys can look it up. And on Totally Blunt, yeah. On Totally Blunt, I'll find the trial footage and we'll play it over there. Because we can take, that's a non-monetized channel, so I don't mind taking the claims over there to play news articles and things like that. But that's what I'll play you. You can judge from there. Mm-hmm.
Given this trial, be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Have a seat, sir. Please speak up loudly and clearly. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Shell, if you could, will you introduce yourself to the jury and the court?
My name is Ernie Shell. I'm the defendant's brother.
And by the defendant, are you referring to Shelby Shell seated over here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I'm going to take you back, Mr. Shell, and try to stay on specifically a conversation that may have taken place with then Detective Michael Cornett. Okay. Are you aware of Michael Cornett?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know him, know his face? Can you recognize him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this Michael Cornett over here?
Yes, sir.
Do you recall speaking to Mr. Cornett on or about February 25th, 2013?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How did it come about that you were in a position to be speaking with Mr. Cornett?
This is Ernie. Some of y'all are saying this looks just like him. This is Ernie. I'll rewind it really quick to the beginning, but this is Ernie, not Shelby.
Trial, be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Have a seat, sir. Please speak up loudly and clearly. Thank you. Go ahead, Mr.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Shell, if you could, will you introduce yourself?
Sorry, thank you for that super chat. That is a channel I watch. I do actually, I think you guys should go over there and check it out. They do put a lot to expose this fraudulent man. And you'll see actually, I think in this trial or a different trial, they actually show and say that Ernie's badges are all fake and fraudulent and stuff. So don't believe the shit that he's throwing at you. Yeah, bounty hunter. So funny. Anyway, all right.
To the jury and the court.
My name is Ernie Shell. I'm the defendant's brother.
Okay. And by the defendant, are you referring to Shelby Shell seated?
Okay, and yeah, you're saying, and women are talking about how sexy his voice is on other channels. Do you hear that voice here on this that you hear the narcissist psychopath using today? That just think about it.
Over here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I'm going to take you back, Mr. Shell, and try to stay on specifically a conversation that may have taken place with then Detective Michael Cornett. Okay. Are you aware of Michael Cornett?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know him, know his face? Can you recognize him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this Michael Cornett over here?
Yes, sir.
Do you recall speaking to Mr. Cornett on or about February 25th, 2013?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How did it come about that you were in a position to be speaking with Mr. Cornett?
Me and the defendant and I, we took a ride to Harlan, and he discussed pretty much all of the actions that had taken place 4 or 5 days prior. And just with some of the actions that he had done during that, I knew that something had to be done.
Okay. Now, let me ask you specifically, did you and Shelby talk on the phone?
When was this? Multiple times.
Just ever? Have you ever talked on the phone
Yes,
with
sir.
Shelby,
Yes,
your
sir.
brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you stated that you're related, and you've already said he's your brother.
Mhm.
Can you recognize him? Do you recognize his voice and things of that nature?
Yes, sir.
Okay. About this period of time, February 25th, 2013, February 24th, 2013, did you ever have a conversation with Shelby Shell on the phone wherein he was talking about Ronnie King?
When was the date?
February 25th, February 24th?
No,
Okay.
not on that.
Did you ever have a conversation at any point on the phone where Shelby Shell was talking about Ronnie King?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what was stated within that conversation?
It was about a week prior to that day, or no, it was about 2 weeks prior to that date. He would ask me if I would give him a ride to Everett's, and he kept naming this Ronnie King. And the only way I've ever heard of Ronnie King was through like he was a manager or something at some apartment complex in Eastbrook. And he stated that he had worked for him before and he could make money off of him, and that was pretty much it.
Okay.
And of course, I never did do that.
Never did do
No,
what?
I never did take him to Ronnie King.
Did he tell you why he was wanting to go to Ronnie King?
No, he just said he worked for him before in the past and he could work for him and make money.
Okay. All right. Do you recall informing Detective Cornick that Shelby had called you and started speaking about the death of Ronnie King?
It was not a phone call, it was face to face.
Okay. The first time was face to face?
The first time was he had hinted on that. He said, "Did you hear about what happened to Ronnie King?" And I said, "Who?" Because that was not even a familiar name for me at that time. And then I started looking into it, and I was like, yeah, because I was actually on the computer and I was looking up topics when he was talking about it, as he was talking about it.
Yeah.
And I was seeing things that he was saying, and nobody knew exactly what had all happened, but he was filling in pretty much the gaps and being in private investigations. You know, it just kind of clicked on me. And then I asked him a question. I said, well, who's involved in this and everything? And he stated out, I've heard Kevin Dixon and another name by the name of Tim Hall, I think it was.
Yeah.
And that was about it.
Had Shelby ever talked to you about robbing Ronnie King in the past?
No.
Huh?
No.
Did you? Inform Detective Cornick that he had?
Not before it happened and everything. I mean, if you're asking the actual confession when he confessed to me, he told me the whole story. But before prior events, no, he never said nothing about that, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. Are you aware whether or not the interview between you and Mr. Cornick was recorded?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was it or was it not?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go then to the first time from your statements here today. When was the first time that you said something about confessing? When was the first time that Shelby informed you of his involvement with Ronnie King's murder?
I think it was the day before, the 25th, 24th.
Okay, and how did that conversation arise?
He actually called me up on the phone. He said, I'm on my way. I think he said, I'm on my way down, and I want to have a Brother's Day and a Family's Day. And I said, that's cool. I said, that's real nice. I mean, he just had got a job, you know, he was married. I thought everything was going good. But after I started talking with him, and he was saying he wanted to go to Everett's and get the family, and just he had a bag of presents for them, and something in his voice just triggered it, you know, just instincts. And I just started realizing things, and I drew a timeline up and started putting pieces together of what I know, what happened, and, you know, from the internet really, and just after he's telling me things, he's like, well, I want you to meet. He said, that file you've got, he said, you used for a mask or something. He said, I need you to bring that. And I forgot about the file, and of course I met him at Walmart in Corbin, Kentucky. And he asked, first question he asked me, he's like, did you bring the file? I was like, no, I didn't bring the file. And he said, oh, we really need that God bless the file, and I really don't want to go to Lowe's or wherever to get one.
Okay.
And then, as we sat in the vehicle, he pretty much explained what all happened.
Okay, so tell me what he explained, what all happened.
First
Hold on,
thing
listen to that. Let's finish it. This one is 2 minutes. Okay, we'll finish this one. Then I'm going to play one that's also another good one of how they rip people off and steal things and try and pass it as their own. Jayis4Justice just reminded me of that video, and we are going to pull that one up in a minute. So we'll get through this one so you can hear it. But maybe that's what we'll do on Totally Blunt, because I do want to do a Bob Saget thing I have, and we can play through the entire court proceedings of this from start to finish on Totally Blunt. I'll take the claims because I'm probably going to get a claim here, so I'm not going to be monetized for this probably.
Hockey mask, and you're related to the Friday the 13th industry, and you do.
And really quick, this is dated March 12th, 2019. We are just in the early stages of 2022, February 2022. And somehow in 2 years, right? Or we said 3 years? Anyways, somehow in 3 years, this man has completely changed his voice, which goes with changing your identity, which bad people tend to do. But this isn't the same voice we all hear today, 3 years later.
They're going to shoot me.
Certain things for them. He says, I want you to know something, Holmes. He said, I'm a real killer. And that's when he pulled the pistol out. And then at that point, I mean, I was already putting it together in my head what was going on just from prior experience.
And when he told you that he was a real killer, what did you say?
I tried to laugh it off. Like, no, man, you're crazy, man. No, you know, just like that. And he's like, no, I'm a real killer, Holmes, or something like that. And that's when I really knew it was serious.
Did he explain why he was a real killer? What made him a real killer?
No, he said after that was over, during this point, he said, you know, the Ronnie, he said, I'm just gonna let you know something. He said, you're my brother. He said, I love you. He said, but I'm just gonna tell you something. He said, I am a real killer. And I said, and of course I was trying to laugh it off again, trying to change the subject pretty much what I was trying to do. Then he looked at me and he said, you know the Ronnie King? And I said, Ronnie King? I said, yeah. He said, the one that killed up the Arabs and all that? He said, I did that. And then after that, he started with the story. If I did that.
So in the story, after he's told you he's killed Ronnie King, first.
So the clip you played on your live stream today, which if you guys aren't, I highly recommend you subscribe to Talking with Loose Lips channel. Here, drop your link, girl. Now in her live, she played a clip, and he had said they were discussing because Ernie Shaw had made a comment about, you know, that feeling you get. It doesn't matter if it's an adult or a child, you know that feeling you get. Now, some were like, this is creepy as fuck. What is he talking about? What is he saying? And I know some people would take it in the pizza gate talk sense, I guess you could take it, or we didn't know. He didn't really elaborate what he meant by that. He just said, you all know it doesn't matter if it's an adult or child. I think he's talking about taking life. That's my personal opinion. No facts, no nothing on that. That's my personal opinion on what he said there. That's just the energy I get from this fucking creep. Yeah.
First off, let's go back to the gun. You said he had a weapon on him. Mm-hmm. What did that look like?
It was a blue 38 Smith & Wesson one.
Okay. And how did you know it was a Smith & Wesson?
I could see the label on it.
And Ernie, question for you. Riddle me this. If you found out days later about Ronnie King, and your brother was bragging to you that he did that, why were you so afraid to take a DNA test for the semen found in the anal cavity of Ronnie King? Seems to me you should have just been totally okay with that. If, you'd have a clear name. It wasn't you. Your brother bragged about it. It must have been your brother and someone else, right? Any innocent person here going to deny a DNA test when you are asked in a murder trial for one? Yeah, I'll let y'all be the judge on, did he let his brother take the fall for both of them, or what? You be the judge.
I'm familiar with weapons.
Okay. Now, you had said earlier that he had brought you a file, or you had requested that you bring him a file. Is that right?
Right.
What did he use that file for?
Well, we had to go back and get the file because he insisted.
Okay.
So we went back to the house. I actually told him, I said, just go to Lowe's and get one. And that's when he says, you'll never be seen. when you're doing anything like this, you're never supposed to be around cameras or anywhere you can be seen, located, or positioned. And I said, okay. And it was getting kind of like, it was getting hot.
If you Okay, we're gonna pull up the one that Jay sent me, Jayis4Justice Podcast channel. This isn't the trial, but this is a man discussing how Ernest Shaw stole from somebody else and sold things as his own. So basically, Ernie being a con man. This is, I believe, what this man is saying. Hey, Barbie. It froze.
Thank God we got a new computer coming. They can't even do that.
Yeah, and what I'm gonna do for Totally Blunt channel, we will need the computer because I want to be able to pull things up for you guys to follow along with the conspiracy. So I haven't posted on there in a little while. But I will when we have the computer can pull things up and watch and follow along. You know, with it. Oh shit. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to pull that video up because the computer just turned. Oh, what the fuck happened? See what his shirt says? computer going tonight. So yeah, just Google the dude. It's wild. And that's why him and Trisha get along so well. It's because it's mentally unstable with mentally unstable, as well as we have a psychopath narcissist that preys on damaged women like Trisha. It's sick to watch actually what he's doing, but she's almost just as sick. But I honestly think he is preying on Trisha. And I don't even like the bitch, but I'm saying that's my take on it, to be perfectly honest. So, Mr. Cher said, who was it? Valerie? Somebody did a super chat and I don't think I saw it. I think he said, who is it? Valerie, I don't think I thanked you for that. I apologize if I didn't, but thank you. I didn't see it, or if I did see it, thank you. I forgot I did, but Mr. Cher saw it. I want to make sure. I'm going to do, I was supposed to do my Real Housewives of YouTube episode this morning, the little drama, coffee and chat. So we'll do that in the morning instead of this morning. So it's all set up for tomorrow morning. Well, it's maybe tomorrow afternoon, but it's like 12:30 Central Time. I might do it a little bit earlier than that, depending on, I'll see who's doing lives and what, because I don't like to stream same time as my friends here. Yeah, something weird going on there. Yeah, definitely. But you guys have to be kind of the judge of it and do your research on there and just it's wild to me, the people that get taken as Bible and who's saying it. It's absolutely wild. Like, who's in take now? How many months ago was it? He said, "Oh, we got the phone call from somebody in Reno Summer's body's in this river." Remember that?
Oh yeah.
The wife called us, threw it in there. It's like, what are you doing? And he got so upset and started death threats on me because I asked Don not to do a freaking interview with him. Now, should Don have had an actual attorney or whatever? No attorney in their right mind is going to allow Donald Wells or Candace Wells to interview with Ernest Shell and Predator Hunter Nations. That would never happen, even if I wasn't in the picture. But they seem to think it would, and they were all like, "Oh, you ruined my money, Cher. You ruined it. Oh my God, we spent so much money going there. You ruined my money. How could you?" No, because you were trying to film a stupid TV show that's never going to take off. Unless Tina finds a fucking brush at some point. Now, how long till we get Ernest Shell with another voice? I mean, isn't that amazing? Let me talk like him for a minute. Isn't that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? That little man, and I'm telling you, if I ever am face to face with Ernest Shell, I hope I have a box of Lucky Charms. I'm throwing it at him. I'm throwing everything but the marshmallows at his ass. He ain't worth the marshmallows and the Lucky Charms, but I'm throwing Lucky Charms at his ass if I ever see him. Talking about doing Netflix, Ernest Shaw on Netflix. Please, Netflix is smarter than that. I mean, they've got enough lawsuits and shit on there. They don't want one from Ernest Shaw. For fucking serious. Ridiculous. Well, that's okay. Amory, thank you. Made me one tough bitch though, so it's okay. I try my best, September. Thank you. Well, you guys, I'm going to end it for tonight. Thank you for listening and watching. And like I said, I know this now. When was that call? Does it say when those calls were, babe? I want to say it was, I can go back and text and kind of look. I think it was that end of July, early August. I'm going to, was it later? I'm going to go with it was sometime in August. I will get the date. I will try to nail down the exact date and time, actually, and I will let you guys know that. Oh, Mr. Cher is gonna look really quick and see if we can figure that out. All right, we can wait. I can go through text messages too. Anyways, it was some time ago, and I definitely learned something from that moment. But isn't it interesting that his first reaction was to laugh about it? And then after that call, because that was the first time I really snapped on Candace like that. I just had it. I've had it with the way she treated me. I had it with the way I was helping, and she still was being nasty to me. Like, I just had it. And so I snapped back at that point. And the reaction was interesting because after that point, that is the day to us, we saw Dawn's mask drop and we saw a change in everything from that day on. And August 28th, it says 9:23 p.m. Yeah. August 28th, 2021 at 9:23 p.m. Those calls. Always watch for the snapback. Yeah, and but it was interesting. So what continued happening from that call on, I think it was a night or two after this call, Don called me to listen into a marital fight where he was, F you, Candace, you effing B, and you heard me on the calls tonight say, holy crap, Don, I never heard you cuss like this, because we didn't hear that. He hid that from us for a good while. And so I was kind of laughing, and I was like, Don, I never heard you cuss like this. And he's like, well, I'm sorry, I've just had it. And, and that's mask drop, everything changed. And, he would do phone calls, he'd listen in, and he started disrespecting Candace in front of me for me to hear that. And I think he wanted me to see that they were rocky. He wanted me to, it really says a lot. So look how disrespectful he has currently been to me, how disrespectful he is to his wife, how disrespectful, because anyone talked to me like that, would that fly with you? And if anyone talked to my husband like that, that ain't flying with me, especially when her kids were taken and she's got a daughter missing, right? Would you allow anyone to speak to your partner like that in the situation like that, or in any situation, but specifically in that situation? So that really, really was alerting to me too, and disturbing to me as well. So, yeah. Now I won't be able to sleep. Oh man. Well, you guys, really quick. Let me see if it will work. Is this the internet? Oh no. I don't know what I just done. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to, where is, oh, voices behind the wall. Hi. Guys, in the description you have my merch link, and I have a limited time mug, which, by the way, Doug has been very supportive of. I am going to send him one. So Doug, if you hear this, or I'll text you to see what color you want. But it's my shushing picture, and it says that you can't shut up, Cher, and then it says, or Doug. And what I've spoken to hubby about is, I think we'll start March 1st, since we're at the end of the month, but starting March 1st, what I make on my profits from my merch shop is going to be save every January 1st. Whatever is saved from my merch shop is going to be donated towards helping somebody through my dental office, or my denture office and doctor that I go through. I'm going to be once a year, every January 1st. I will, no matter what I have, it's going to be donated to helping someone pay for their smile. Hopefully, if it's $5,200 I make in a year by January 1st, then they get a whole new smile, they get the treatment that I've been getting from my doctor, who is amazing, Dr. Graves, my denturist. He's very passionate about making dentures and getting people their smile, as passionate as I am trying to help in these cases. So starting March 1st, that way I can document it and I can show you guys. You guys will be able to see, because I'll have full transparency and show you guys this is how much I made. It's going to start for this year. It's going to be from March 1st to January 1st. So anything that you get in my merch store, me and Prairie Boy are separate, but anything from Voices Behind the Wall merch shop, which is also the Totally Blunt with Cher merch shop. It's all in one merch shop on Teespring. That's what my merch shop will be for. So again, I'll put it out there. It's going to start March 1st. So just coming up here, and I'll have full transparency where I'll show you guys the profits that's made on there. And then when the donations are made, you will be able to see everything, because Teespring really breaks it down, right? It breaks it down monthly, the profits that were made, what you sold, and everything. So, I'm kind of in a position where it would be beneficial for us to keep that money, but I also really believe in you have to give blessings to get blessings, right? It's a pay it forward, and all of y'all have helped me and Mr. Cher so much, so I want to start it actually as soon as I can. And March is already cutting in, so we're going to go March 1st to January 1st, and I know how the denture clinic works and the dentist clinic works. They usually do their first one like a couple days after the first. So like I was the first appointment January 3rd of this year. I was their first new smile. So like I said, if we don't make enough to pay for the whole smile, whatever is raised is going to be donated, because there are some patients that only have enough. Like I got top and bottom for $5,200, and I have a year appointments in that with soft relines every 2-3 weeks. I see him, and he's refitting my dentures for me, and I'm getting a second pair at the end of this. So yeah, and Doug has been a good sport about this, so I appreciate that, because that's what this is going to, my merch shop will be used for. So keep that in mind and share it around and get the word out. And like I said, I will be, Mr. Cher and we will be totally transparent. If you want me to show monthly profits of it, I'll show that. But definitely at the end of the year, there'll be printouts and everything to show for it. So thanks for listening, guys. Love y'all, and I will see you in the morning or afternoon sometime. Whatever, my show is set up for the morning. It's a drama show, so whatever goes, it's going to be about the drama within the community that's happened in the past few days. There is no Summer Walls tags there because it's not appropriate. Whatever, it's creator on creator drama that we talk about, whatever. If you want to vent out the drama that you're hearing around, that is the place for it. I have tweeted Andy Cohen and begged for a YouTube, Real Housewives of YouTube franchise. I'm sure it's not going to happen, but shit, you never know if you don't ask. How do you know? How do you even get it out there if it's not said, right? So I asked. That's in community posts for my members. And I think I got a new member tonight. I don't think I thanked you, but welcome to the Crazy Chain. Toot toot. And thank you so much for that super chat. Bees knees. Thank you. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Love y'all. Good night.
Thank you.